Johannes, Saturday lunchtime seemed to suit you and your players. After Watford and Derby, another very commanding result in the end. Just give us your overall assessment.
A little bit like Watford, I would say, where the best moments in the game are really, really, really good and on a really high level. I think the start of the game was fantastic, and the amount of chances that we created within the first 20-25 minutes, the goals we scored, especially the second one, is a fantastic goal. Of course, also Nacho's individual quality with the first goal, but what I really, really like this start. There's still moments in the game where I think we're getting a little bit too passive and we have to defend more than we actually want, but that's for us to make sure that we can improve that part of the game. But I think, again, the best moments of the game were really beautiful.
And as you say, did it feel, sort of watching it on the sideline now, you probably needed the third goal just because the whole after the half-time had come out? And,
And again, going forward, I hope that we in 3-4 months' time can solve these situations with more passes in the team and being more calm in the team and slow the tempo in the game down once in a while. That's also okay. Then to give us the energy to speed it up when we have the energy and we have the good moments in the game to do that. So I hope we in the future can defend a little bit more with the ball instead of being defensive on our own half. But that's just where we have to improve. And I think it would also be a little bit too much for me to sit here in start of October to expect that we were there yet.
But on the flip side, again, 4 goals Watford at home, 4 goals again today, 3 at Derby. You know, that element must feel it's there now. I know there's work to do and you can always add to that, but chance creation, but also taking those chances as well.
Yeah, and again, we talk so much about the collective approach where it's not really for me or should not be for the players important who will score the goals. It's just important that we create the biggest possible chance. And I think the second goal is beautiful and of course a little bit luck, but still important that Kate stays in it for that third goal where he tries to put them under pressure and receives the ball. We could have scored on the penalty for Sarge, and both Borja and Nacho was against the keeper in the beginning of the match. So there's so many good moments, and that's who we want to be going forward. That we can score goals out of nothing, but we can of course also score goals in our best moments.
I've got to ask you, what was going through your mind when that Borja first chip didn't go in? You know, that he took that option and the keeper's obviously got his fingertips. I mean, obviously he's tried it again for the 4th goal and he's executed it. That's him to a T.
Yeah,
He'll continue to play like that, won't he? But that first chance, he must have been a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, in this world where we always want the most constructive solution to things, we can forget about these creative players once in a while, and he gives us moments that all of us will remember for years. And sometimes there'll also be these moments where he tried to do something that none of us will ever try to do, and he don't succeed. That's a part of his game. We have to practice that situation for him going forward, so he can deal with it even better. But then he gives us some other moments of the game, and also so far this season. And it's not just a simple one to score the 4th goal for him that takes class.
And obviously you managed to get, I know you asked about him and you said it wasn't quite done, but you managed to get over the line Marcondes last night, and then you wanted to get straight into the action tonight. Yeah.
We knew that Josh, he was not struggling, but he was tired. And we knew that it would not be 90 minutes for him today. So for us to have that option from the bench to put in a Emiliano who could stress them up front and can create some of these moments a little bit out of nothing sometimes. We knew that would be important for us also with Ante. Being able to handle maybe 55, maximum 60 minutes today because of tiredness. So it was important for us to have something coming on from the bench.
With him though, because it's been a while. He obviously probably didn't have his proper pre-season in terms of he was attached to a club. Yeah. Is it going to take him a while now to get up to speed? Do you think?
Yeah, it will. It will. Fortunately, he's aware of how we want to play. He's tried it before, so that part will hopefully not take too long. But still, to get into the flow, get into the rhythm. Having continuous sessions after each other and also games and so on. But it's, as I hope everyone could see today, it just gives us something. And today was 20 minutes or 15 minutes. But I think it was enough for him to show what a player he is and what he can do for the team. And if that would be the case for the next month, where he can play maybe 25 or 30 or 45 minutes, that's also okay.
Just ask you about Gunny. What's he seem to have done now? He seemed to be struggling, maybe kicking the ball off the floor. Is it a muscular thing? Or?
No, he had a knock to his ribs after catching the ball. One of these crosses where he went out, you can see he was struggling a little bit, and so I think it was more painful to him. Of course, we don't hope anything is broken, but you never know. And he was clear in half time. He could not continue.
I guess it's too early to say whether he'd go away with Scotland then, is it?
Yeah, we have to assess him.
But on the flip side, positive that Cordoba was able, after midweek, you were able to feel he was of a level that you could start him again today. So no issues now with that. In terms of Panama, do you think will he go?
Yeah, I think we have to assess him again because he failed a little bit towards the end of the game. But of course, when we had to do a substitution with the goalkeeper in half-time, it only gave us 4 players, outfield players, to sub, and he was one of them where we knew that he could struggle towards the end. And he did. He felt pain towards the end, so we have to assess him again.
Gosh, obviously about Abu Kamara coming back. You talked yesterday about you'd hope he'd be respected. That probably wasn't the case in the end. I mean, is that inevitable that he was probably going to get that type of reaction?
Yeah, I think it is. As long as it's on a, I will not say okay level, because I think as a football fan you should always behave. But it was maybe sometimes what a football player can expect from a situation like that. I'm just glad it was not more than that, because that's how it is.
Obviously, another international break, you can't do anything about that, but you look back now from the last one to this one now, 10 points from 15. You said you were probably a bit light in terms of points prior to that first window. Do you really feel you're very happy with this block of work you've done since the last international break? Yeah, I think we're improving, and I think for everyone to see that we're getting better, more or less from week to week, which is important for, if we have to be honest, and if I have to sit here every week and tell us that we're actually doing a great work, then sometimes you as a journalist or fan need to see that on a Saturday. And I think we're getting there. And I think maybe it was because of that national break we had the time to dig into even more details and to find out how we should plan the next block of games. So I hope we can do the same here. Have some clear facts on the performances, have some eyes on our performances, details in the game, and then make sure that we do another good planning leading into the next block. I know you asked yesterday, but anything moved on the coach search, the assistant coach?
Yeah, I think we are, and we are down to not many. Of course, there's also a positive part about a national break, because it gives me the time to have some meetings next week. So I think without rushing anything, but I think we aim to have the guide ready for when we start again after the national break.
Thanks, Johannes.
Johannes, just one question. Sort of about the collective, about the work that you're doing. There was one moment in the first half where Bellumi looked as though he was going to go in on goal on his own. Yet, within a split second, you had about 5 or 6 players in the penalty areas to close that moment down. I suppose that expresses what you want from your players.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked me that question when Paddy don't, because the energy in that team and the support for each other in that team, I think it was exactly what we saw also Tuesday night against Leeds. That the difficult moments of the game, they stick together, these guys, and they really do everything they can to solve the situations and support each other. So I really like these moments, because that's also what football is about. We spoke about in halftime that we should not lower our expectations in terms of the standards and how we perform. And there will always be moments in football where you really have to dig deep. And if you can do that and you can overcome it, then you can have the good results and the good performances. So I'm really pleased with the attitude and the mentality from the boys. Also the guys coming on from the bench, because they just supported again, like they also did on Tuesday night.
Thanks everybody.
Good. Thank you.